The CBI court has ordered the framing of the charges against all the 17 accused in the 2G spectrum scandal. The criminal conspiracy is one of them, very serious charge. Forgery, criminal breach of trust, and the misuse of official position. These are some of the charges which are levelled against Mr. Raja and the others. Some in varying degrees and some other charges additionally applicable on the rest. This implies there's sufficient prima facie evidence to prove that those charges are sufficient for proving them guilty. Certainly implies it. We hope from the Bharatiya Janata Party that the trial happens speedily and the convictions take place. We recognize all these are part of the court proceedings and we are commenting on them with that in mind. However, questions do remain about those who are not only charge-sheeted, not charge-sheeted. Questions remain about those who are not charge-sheeted, but who are not even being investigated, who are not even being questioned. Raja, even as he was in the cabinet and subsequently, even after detention, has repeatedly said that his decisions were taken keeping everyone informed, implying that his decisions were taken with the consent of the cabinet, having informed the finance minister, the then finance minister and the prime minister. And one of the principal charges today against Raja is that he engaged in a criminal conspiracy leading to a massive loss to the exchequer. That is one of the principal charges. And if the minister, ex-minister who is now under trial, has repeated then and continues to say that even in the court, that particular charge can equally apply on the finance minister, the then finance minister, without whose explicit clearance allocation of 2G spectrum could not have been possible. Because even by the cabinet decision which has subsequently not been changed, unless the finance ministry gave its approval, the allocation of 2G would have been impossible. And we now know, with all the documents which are available in public domain, that notwithstanding the position taken by the finance secretary, the ministry's officials, a completely opposite decision was taken by the finance minister. Let me remind you that the secretary, even subsequently when appearing under investigation, did say that they favored, the ministry had favored auctioning. And in 2008, when the decision was being taken, we know the position of the then finance minister had changed. The prime minister had repeatedly then, till before the detention of Mr. Raja, repeatedly expressed his confidence and satisfaction on Mr. Raja and the way in which his ministry was being run. Of late, all of us notice that the Prime Minister is repeatedly expressing his confidence, faith and trust in his cabinet. Mr. Raja's position, in spite of all the faith and the trust that the Prime Minister had on him, you know, after the investigation was something else. He had to resign from the cabinet. And today we still have the Prime Minister expressing confidence on some of the ministers, on whom there's already enough material evidence available for us to have an investigation conducted to establish the facts. The BJP demands that the CBI investigate into the role of the then finance minister, and that investigation be monitored by the Supreme Court. Let me just remind you, we had already demanded the resignation of the then finance minister, P. Chidambaram, because we think any investigation into his role cannot be done fairly unless he resigns. The finance secretary's decision and advice was bypassed. Clearly it is enough for us to know that the finance minister then has quite a lot of answers to give. The criminal conspiracy, which today the court has made a part of the charge sheet, has resulted in a massive loss to the exchequer. There is no reason why answers should not be given by those who were in decision-making position then. If the commitments made by the UPA chairperson during her Burari speech in May 2011, expressing very sincere commitment that they would fight corruption, it raises a lot of questions that as long as corruption and corruption-related questions prevailed over an alliance partner who also was a minister, after enough pressure from the court and from the media and the political parties, the minister was removed. And subsequently, after enough investigation, you know he is now under trial. But after the commitment which was expressed in Burari, why is it that the UPA chairperson has not even voiced her view when it comes to a minister from her party in the cabinet? Is the PM worried that if he allows investigation into the then finance minister's role, the fire from the 2G spectrum scandal will engulf the PMO too? Is he worried? Why is this double standard? The BJP asks, why is this double standard in fighting corruption? Today is a very important day. An important day when step towards fighting corruption is really seen through the court. The party in power, the Congress-led UPA, should now show its political will by allowing a legal scrutiny into the then finance minister's role in this scandal. Prime Minister should now come out and show his conviction in fighting the corruption. He should now allow CBI investigation into the role of the then finance minister. The BJP demands a CBI inquiry. It reiterates its demand that Mr. Chidambaram resign from the cabinet or be removed, and the CBI investigation be conducted under the Supreme Court's monitoring. Thank you. चार्ज शीट फ्रेमिंग ऑफ चार्जेस हो चुका है और उसमें एक अहम मुद्दा कॉन्स्पिरेसी के विषय के ऊपर है। अगर 2G स्पेक्ट्रम जैसे बड़ा डिसीजन और बड़ा निर्णय लेते हैं सरकार, उसमें सिर्फ एक मंत्री का रोल तक सीमित नहीं रहती है और कैबिनेट की 2003 के निर्णय के मुताबिक फिनांस मंत्री मतलब वित्त मंत्री के हां कहने में ही डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हो सकता था। अगर कॉन्स्पिरेसी थियरी के आधार पर आज चार्जेस फ्रेम हो चुके हैं, उसी आधार पे इन्वेस्टिगेशन और जांच होनी चाहिए उस समय के वित्त मंत्री के ऊपर भी। भारतीय जनता पार्टी पहले ही उनके इस्तीफा की मांग रखी थी। आज हम उस बात को दोहरा रहे हैं और ये भी प्राइम मिनिस्टर से पूछ रहे हैं कि क्या उनको इन्वेस्टिगेशन में ले आने की परमिशन आप देने के लिए इसलिए डर रहे हैं, शायद हेसिटेट कर रहे हैं कि क्या उनके इन्वेस्टिगेशन के बाद इस दबाव प्राइम मिनिस्टर के ऑफिस के ऊपर में भी आ जाएगा। इस शक के ऊपर आप फिनांस मिनिस्टर के इन्वेस्टिगेशन को परमिशन नहीं दे रहे हैं। भारतीय जनता पार्टी डिमांड करती है कि आज सीबीआई इंक्वायरी उस समय के वित्त मंत्री के ऊपर होना चाहिए, उनके रोल एस्टैब्लिश होना चाहिए और लीगल स्क्रूटनी जरूर होना। धन्यवाद।